you and Jack are now part of this tactical innovation that all of a sudden the whole world started to notice. What does that mean to you when you think about that? You see it on the back page of the papers and on TV, etc.
Yeah, definitely. I think me and Jack are taking it with stride. Obviously, the manager wants more and more from us, so he's putting pressure on us to do more. I think in the Premier League it's a bit tougher because teams kind of let you have the ball, and it's hard, and when they break you down they come at you full force, and they've got speed and they've got nous of how to break you down and things like that. But it's good to know that everybody's talking about us, and we just need to keep focusing on doing ourselves justice and making sure we're putting balls in the box and trying to create assists.
You've been here a long time now, and part of a League One team that wasn't doing very well, but then boy did it take off. I mean, have you had even a moment to sort of pinch yourself and say, look what's happening, and well, obviously this weekend, but before this weekend, about that rise?
Probably when we got promoted from League One to the Championship, and then for doing ever so well and getting to the Premier League, that's when I had a little pinch moment. But now I'm wanting to do more. I want to express myself more, and I want to establish myself. And I think all the boys do want to establish themselves as Premier League footballers, and that doesn't happen overnight. That happens when you have 2-3 seasons in the Premier League, and hopefully that can happen with Sheffield United and us.
How do you find yourself? How have you found yourself adapting then to life in the Premier League? What are you doing now that maybe you didn't have to do last season?
Probably more defensive work as a unit, and more me as a defender, 1v1 defending, and get myself in positions, because last year you kind of get away with it a little bit if someone went through on goal, but this year it's so ruthless, and if teams go through, we've had quite a little bit of bad luck, like the goals that they've scored and mistakes that we've made, so we're trying to sharpen ourselves up and stop letting mistakes creep into a game and things like that, and just being myself as well on the pitch and just trying to enjoy this ride.
Do you take something though from the fact though that they are just mistakes in that sense? It's nothing more fundamentally wrong with what you're doing.
Yeah, I think we can make little mistakes and things like that, as long as no one getting on each other's backs, because then that's when the cracks start happening in the team, and we're not like that. We build ourselves on foundations of being a team player and being team associated, so we're hoping that doesn't happen anymore, and we looked really good on the weekend just gone, and we fancy ourselves for Liverpool.
Because I remember when we were talking at Chesterfield one year, you were talking about how the dressing room is self-policed then, and that cracks don't really appear.
Yeah, definitely, and I think that's why the manager's brought in who he has. I think he's brought in team players, people who want to prove themselves again, and people who want to have a taste of the Premier League, and that's the way it looks now. And obviously coming off a difficult result last night, but we'll all be back together today again and getting our heads around the game on Saturday.